Greetings, Soulswind here, and welcome to Let's Play Infinifactory. We're in the Resistance campaign, and we're not really in a planet like I previously mentioned, but more like a region, and it is the heist, the puzzle name Terrestrial Surveryor. I have 3 solutions, as opposed to what I said about not optimizing. I kept thinking of new solutions whenever I arrive at new puzzles and decided to try them out. So I think we still will have optimizations, and for this particular puzzle I have 3 solutions. Now, I'm not gonna build them in the video because then the video is gonna take too long. So I've built them, just that I've not submitted them, and we're going to see what are the changes as we submit them. So firstly, it's the first solution, and let's start by saying we need to submit something like this. Now let's go to the other side. Oops. Oh my god, we actually got stuck. See? We got stuck. Can we get out of there? No. Okay. Oh my goodness. So that's bad. Well, anyways, right. So we need to send this over without actually changing anything. So just disassemble it and reassemble. Simple. Like, I think we're trying to take the Overlord's Terrestrial Surveyor and use it for ourselves. But anyways, we need to send this over, and we're at input rate 4. This is the original solution that I submitted as part of advancing the campaign. So we have 1, we're at input 4, plus 4 actually. It gets censored here. The sensor causes this to trigger and push this away because we have too many. So this is being like sent here for destruction, and this is already something in access, but we'll not care about it. We'll have this addressed in the optimization in solution 2. So anyway, this goes in, sends the one in the middle across first, and because this is still connected, everything stays. While this is being dropped, it's being blocked. So once this is sent, these 2 are disconnected. They go through a really loopy area, because when these go over, they need to be handled first, and they need time to go through. This place needs to change, I'll show you later, but basically this thing needs to go through a little loop first for the other side to handle, and when this goes through here, this sensor, it destroys 1 more here, and then just basically looping around. When it goes through there, it destroys 1 more, so that's 3 surveyors destroyed. Then this one goes in first. The other one is slightly longer. As you can see, this is only like, this is the main path. The main path drops 1 track here, so it goes through 2. The main path drops another track here, but it goes through 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's double the time, and then it goes through, and it triggers this one again, pushes 1 more down. That's 4 surveyors destroyed. Yeah, that's how bad it is. So that's like 100 cycles without anything coming over here. Okay, so now let's see. When this goes through, let's see what happens, yeah? Okay, let's see. Now that is being sent over. Firstly, the central one gets sent by this conveyor belt to that side, where it goes through here, down there, and then back up. Yeah, no, not too soon to go up immediately. You have to drop it down. Everything has been tweaked such that it's perfect. So don't have it like here and then go straight up. No, that's too soon, alright? So it goes up, and when this goes here, it gets welded by this one. When the 3rd block reaches here, very important, it retracts this conveyor belt, this blocker, for this to drop down, and then, okay, that one don't care, yeah? Goes up here and stays here, welded like that. So it's already welded behind. and now it stays here. It's blocked by this blocker. This stays here because there's no momentum to move it forward. And nope, this one is for the bottom. It's trying to move it forward but blocked. Alright. Now, let's then receive the next part. So what happens is that this thing gets retracted also when the third one goes here. So this one goes over here, retracts this one. So it doesn't go there. It retracts this one so that it falls down like that. Because that's just a block. Doesn't move anywhere. But it's retracted now. This track falls down, goes here, gets welded, and wait. Now, this one triggers this sensor to extend. This stays retracted because, you know, that one is still there. This stays retracted. It goes in here to tell it to, hey, send other blocks to this side now. So this here itself have got 3 different directions. So the third set of tracks go here, goes to here, and then goes here. This welds them together, and the sensor enables these 2 blockers to retract, and also sends this out to give it momentum to move forward, plus retracts this one to allow this stack to move away. So once, hang on, never mind, not yet. Okay, these go through, these goes here. Once this is not activated, everything restores. Here, look, this one retracts because this is no longer activated, this one, and then because that's not activated, that one, it was waiting for its chance to restore, so it goes back. This one goes back as well, and yep, that's it. Alright, like that. Now, these 2 tracks wait here so that this can be vacated for the next set. The central segment goes here, drops down, goes backward, comes here, waits for welding, comes along, and then goes here, waiting here. This sensor causes these blockers to retract. These tracks rise, comes in here, drops down here for welding, and then this goes to submission. Again, let's see the next set. Go there. Okay, when it reaches there, alright, see, this one goes in, this one retracts. Alright, the next set comes over, causes this to extend. The next set comes over here. Let's see this mechanism work. Okay, let's see this one first. Okay, like that. This one. Like that. Yeah. Okay, so now let's observe this part in action. The other part, pretty simple. It was just a time delay. This one is the one that is more important. So you see why I have to give a time delay, because it needs to wait for this part to change, and there can be more than one step, but this is definitely not optimized. We can reduce the number of tracks, like over here for example. We can reduce the number of tracks here, the number of tracks here, the number of tracks here. That can give us about 20, 30, something like that. Alright, and for optimization here, we can also reduce the number of tracks here, 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 and also here to give us another about 30, so that's about 50. So 327 blocks increases to 247 blocks. So let's just observe this. Come to think of it, I can actually reduce one column here. Oops. Okay, never mind. 876, really bad. Footprint score 434, very bad. Block score 327, just gave up and just went ahead. I took so long to get this resolved. I'm done, I'm out. Let's see what we have in solution 2. Okay, so this is solution 2. Actually, it's already changed and a little bit optimized. But not these things. I still haven't changed or optimized the conveyor belts and all that. It's just the same. However, I think let's do some optimization right here. Alright, so we can change this, put this here. I think I want to change this one and just add this here. So no change at all, no difference. We just need a bit to go through. We just need this to go through. And these are obviously the same. So again, we can change that one. This one. And I'm pretty sure that these wires cannot, or these conduits cannot be changed any further. So we'll leave it be. So maybe like that. No, it's wrong. Should be this. Like that. I think I can reduce it by 2 and this. Right, send it over. Good. Next, we go over to the other side. This has not been optimized yet, so we start with here. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. We can use columns like that, but doesn't really matter. Why? Because you have to pass through this place anyway. Like that. Oops. Yep, it has to go through. And then here. Okay, let's observe. This part is time sensitive. We need to modify it without affecting the rate at which these things go inside. So this stays because it has to go all the way to the end. The tracks have to go all the way to the end. So we can change this one and then this one. So let's see. Input rate -10. Goes all the way to the end. That goes in. And you see, once it passes, the next set is already here. So now, let's go over. Let's wait for these to restore. Okay. Yep, this is restored. So this one goes there. By this conveyor belt. Goes up there. Okay, goes in there. This first sensor triggers something. Why? It retracts this and this because you can see the belt is already here. You cannot wait for that one. Too late, because then by this time then it retracts, the belt will be on top, not at the bottom. This will be still extended and the first track will go there, so not possible. So we need this. However, Y3, we need to keep it retracted, right? So yeah, the belts go down because this is retracted, that's retracted, just like the previous solution. This one goes here, activates this, causes this to want to extend. Once it's clear, now this extends just as the belt appears, goes here. This triggers something to remove this one and to remove this one. Why? Firstly, this one is because this causes this to extend. So I need to retract that over here. This pulls the sensor away so that this blocker is no longer activated. Restores position. Platform restores position just as the first one of the next set arrives. Very crucial. This is here. Once it leaves, not good, right? So it's triggered by this one. This one unblocks the blocker. This one continues to power this to stay retracted for the next set. This one goes here, through here, to send in the locomotion, or the locomotive power. Locomotion, right? Locomotive power for this one to move forward. But when it's here, it tells this sensor to pull away this one, so that although this can stay extended or rather retracted because, you know, of this sensor and this belt, this track, but I need to retract this one so that this one can get retracted for that to fall. This belt also originally powered that to allow the stack to go past, but it's already gone past, so it's okay. This one can like retract this, and this will extend again when it's clear, so it's fine. So this goes here, very time sensitive, arrives at the same time, otherwise this will be welded to that part, so not good. When it goes in here, the stack goes in there, it triggers the sensor to unblock and goes over. These again have to wait, but it needs time to travel, right? So the sensor here, these two, keeps these retracted long enough for these to go. If it's one sensor, not enough time for this to go past, okay? So we need two. So these go up, go down there, go down there. Good enough. Okay? We need some time to wait, because if this is here, not good. This one will be blocked. The stack will be blocked, so cannot go before this. So yeah. Now here, just go in there. Submission. Alright? So now we can observe this. So it's way faster. Lesser cycles, lesser blocks, lesser footprint. Okay, but I'm not gonna like give it a normal runtime because we still have an even better solution. So let's just push these through like that. Okay, it's really bad, right? So let's just see this move. And now we have some optimizations already. Look, 387, 324, 214. way better. Look, 500, almost 500. Like, if this is like 887, you know, it's really close. 7687 is just 11, you know, so 489, that's a lot. This one, 90, no, not 90, wait, no, this is 110. This is 113. A lot of improvements. But we have another solution. Yeah, solution 3. Way more optimized. And this part too. Input rate 0, no changes. Why? Firstly, we go through line by line, like that. Then the next line. Then this line. Okay, we send everything through, right? So everything's gone through. Look. We're still processing the middle part. The first track just went by. The middle part just came here. There's still the stack. Then the tracks. Okay, 3. Look, this is already the track of the next set. That's how fast it is. No changes to the input rate. We cannot make any changes. Not possible. So let's see it restored. I'll start from here. Let's get some tracks. Okay, first 3 tracks go in here. Goes there. Gets welded. Then drops down here. Alright? Then the body, the central part, arrives. Goes there. Why is this retracted? The track drops down here, triggers this sensor, and then that sensor. Retract and stay retracted. Just in time for the stack component to come in. Goes here, triggers this sensor, removes this from that power over there, like, you know, the power to here, so that this can extend just in time to send one segment of the track for the second part, you know, the second track over. Then because it left here, this gets retracted. That's why there was this weirdness, but it's okay. The next one is not here yet. By the time it reaches here, it causes an extension again, just in time for this to go there. Okay? And also, this triggers this to unblock, but it's enough time for the bottom part to arrive and weld before it moves away. Now, a few things will happen. You see this being unpowered also? Okay, hang on. This is 2 tracks, so 1 more track to go. Here, right? You see this being unpowered. So whether this extends again doesn't matter. Why? Because once the central body comes in here, it pushes the track here that gets in touch with this conveyor belt and moves it forward away from the sensor. So even though the stack moves away, this gets extended again, connected again, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Now, the second track set goes through here, and hey, it's not dropping. Why? Because this, when it arrives, when it arrives, it triggers this sensor to extend this conveyor belt so that this one goes forward, like through here. It receives this track and goes through here. And the stack comes in here, gets welded, triggers this to push that set away and deactivate this. So this sensor is no longer activated, but this has already gone across, so that's fine. Okay, the next set, the next surveyor will help to move this forward and say, hey, I'll be dropping, you move forward. This one can come here, gets welded here, because this was waiting over there, so that's okay. And this sensor, very unique, but we have missed it, so I'll show it again here. When it moves across, because it needs some gap to move across, This sensor causes the welder to extend in order to weld this one over. Then this goes in for submission. So, pretty intricate, right? 94 blocks only. Footprint 245. I think footprint pretty much stays, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, no. 4 to 3, now to 2. Yeah. Let's see it run the full course. No point seeing from the other side, right? Because, yeah, really simple. So let's observe it from here first. Four more to go. That's it. Cycle score, not much better, like slightly above average, but it's still an improvement of 95. This one, improvement of about 79. Then there's this one, a lot of improvement. So basically, this is way above average, this is way above average, this is now slightly above average. We're not the best yet. There can be better, but this is a solution I'm pretty proud of. Wait, I think I can improve it. Like that. Yeah. Like that. Let's see. Yep, we don't need to wait too long. Slightly lesser footprint, by a little bit, I think. Yep. One footprint. Right. Anyway, so that's it. Let me know what you think. If this can be improved without making too much of a drastic change or anything, or making too much of changes, just a little bit, tweak it a little bit, but gives it way more improvements, probably on the cycle score. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. I'm done with this one, and we're gonna look up to the sky. Okay, this is a bit dizzying, so let's look forward instead. Alright, so that's it. So this is a Terrestrial Surveyor, and I'll see you next puzzle. That's all I have for now. Have a nice day.